Can you become that leader that your people and your organization around you choose to follow? Or are you willing to ride through leadership with just followers who hang around you for their paycheck? In his world-renowned leadership book, Start With Why, Simon Sinek highlights different elements that anybody, irrespective of their background, can hook on to become a better leader. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elizabeth van Geerestein and I'm your Leadership Insider, here to help you fast-track your leadership and your career. In today's video, we'll take a look at Simon Sinek's work on how to become a better leader, or as he refers to in his world-renowned book, a true leader.
I made a discovery, and this discovery profoundly changed my view on how I thought the world worked, and it even profoundly changed the way in which I operate in it.
In his book, Start With Why, Simon Sinek cuts through the fabric and highlights why many leaders and companies are successful and, conversely, why many others are not. So, by the end of this video, you will discover the handful of keys that true leaders have that have helped them lead their lives and their organizations incredibly well. Many leaders of organizations, including highly valued organizations, sometimes miss the mark. They miss the mark on what the starting point is in leading teams and organizations. And this is because of their capacity to define the why behind their numerous activities, and also how they position all their efforts in marketing and sales to align with that why. So whether you're a seasoned business leader, a newbie, or a veteran, Simon Sinek's Start With Why can help you maintain and sustain relevance in an ever-dynamic environment. So here's some points from his book that I believe will help you hone your leadership to its truest capacity. First, loyalty does not come from manipulation. Look, leadership is about influence, which can be achieved through manipulation or inspiration. And we've seen that manipulation can include such tactics as price drops, promotions, and fear, or even peer pressure to influence consumer or customer behavior. Ultimately, in the long run, manipulative schemes are short-term and short-lived. On the other hand, true leaders understand that loyalty is when customers are willing to forego better prices, better products, or better services to continue doing business with you. To become a true leader, it's important to avoid manipulation at all costs. Manipulation has a significant disadvantage to leadership because the gains you get are short-lived and will eventually cost you way more than you can afford. Secondly, balancing the golden circle. Why, how, and what?
I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what?
Simon Sinek's Golden Circle rule demonstrates how true leaders inspire rather than manipulate their teams. The rule emphasizes the importance of focusing on the why, the purpose and the cause of belief behind an organization's existence, rather than simply making profit. By emphasizing the why, companies like Apple have been able to differentiate themselves and create products that reflect their purpose.
Why is Apple so innovative? Year after year after year after year, they're more innovative than all their competition, and yet they're just a computer company.
It's not about what they do that differentiates them. Rather, it's why they do what they do. In the end, whatever they produce only reflects their why. And here, authenticity is key to achieving this balance and ensuring that all decisions align with the organization's purpose. Ultimately, it is the why and the how of what an organization does that creates distinction and true leadership. It's not just the what. Thirdly, the place of charisma and finding your why. One of the characteristics of great leaders is their charisma. And this is a factor that is difficult to measure and copy. Simon Sinek highlights that the reason why many great leaders have charisma is quite simply that they have clearly understood their why. Charisma is beyond energy, as some would have it be, because charisma stems from clarity of why, clarity of purpose, as it were, and a solid conviction that is bigger and higher than the leader himself or herself. The energy, on the other hand, can come from a night of sweet sleep, rest, or taking a lot of caffeine. Energy can excite, but charisma gives you inspiration from the inside out. Because energy does not command loyalty, but charisma can. It is quite tragic that many organizations and top firms have clear KPIs, clear metrics that they use to measure the growth and the progress of what they do, and most of the times this refers to money. However, interestingly, true leaders find the metrics that they can use to make sure that the why remains clear. Fourthly, converting logos, Greek for the word, to symbols. Many leaders are not that great at communicating what they truly believe, and the same has been translated into their organizations. I see a ton of companies with logos, words, but very few have been able to translate this into captivating symbols and images. Symbols and images that individuals want to associate with. This follows that a lot of logos perpetuated by companies are simply words without true meaning, and they only serve as a means to identify the organization and its products. The intriguing concept here is that no symbol can create any true or deep meaning until the underlying purpose or reason, which is higher than simply identifying the organization, is crystal clear. And what Simon Sinek echoes throughout this phrase is simply that for logos to become a meaningful symbol, the people who connect with it must be inspired to use it and truly buy in to the why of it. Sinek also explains that symbols are clear. They're palpable representations of well-defined values and beliefs. And that's why it's important that those who desire to be true leaders don't just embrace the beauty and the aesthetics of the logos, but seek to truly embrace the why. Finally, a visionary and safe leadership style. Organizational culture is one of the strongest touch points in organizational success. That's why great companies are called great, because the people within have the feeling of safety. They feel they can operate and grow from that place. And this creates a sense of belonging, because people come to work daily assured of the facts that their leaders, counterparts, and entire organization will look out for them. And this leads to reciprocal behavior, which includes aligning their actions, their efforts and support, and most importantly, their workplace behaviors to safeguard the long-term interests of their organization as a whole. That's why great leaders have two vital things in common: an inspiring vision and the dexterity to communicate it. True leadership defines that you cannot achieve everything by yourself. And that's why it's so necessary to inspire people to come together and do that for the greater good of the collective. True leaders never start with what, rather they start with why we need to act. Interestingly, true leaders inspire action in their followers and oftentimes in other leaders as well. I hope this video has helped you see some vital points in Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why. Make sure to share this video with your team and anyone else who'd like to become a better leader and a true leader that others want to follow. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe because I've got some great videos coming up. See you next time. Bye.